Yeah, like normal, it just isn't hitting it right. The sun is actually that dot that's in the middle of the screen in the trees. Just nice and bright above. But yeah, I guess it isn't too much different than real life this morning. Nice heavy, heavy dew this morning. And no clouds at all. Oh, there, see? Let's see. No, it ain't going to pick it up. The trees are actually lit up pretty good over there from the sun. You can see at the top of this one. Top of these rotten pieces of shit. And they're tightening that packing up again. It's leaking again, but I'm pretty sure those nuts didn't back off. I'm going to measure it when I get it going again and see if the measurement has changed. Just in case, because I remember what it was between the housing and the packing gland or whatever you want to call it that draws in. But get this thing moved. Goes from there to literally right there. Hydrant's right beside that railroad tie, like what, 4 or 5 feet to the right of it. And I'm gonna go see if any of the gophers I shot at last night had friends. Got a couple of them. While I was waiting for that thing to get in, because I don't know, I didn't get it back at the setting I had it, so it was running a little slow, and yeah. So hopefully go make some small bales today, and maybe go make some big bales too. I kind of have to make big bales to make a place that I can go turn around with the bale wagon when we make small bales. Either that or I got like a 5-mile frickin' extra drive to make to go around the block. Pain in the butt getting in and out of some places, But anyway, just got done watching Brendan's video this morning and talking about how he was walking in the yard and got his boots all wet. That's why I wear waterproofs. Have for years, and when I didn't, man, I oiled them every couple weeks because that's all dew. If you can see a line right there, other side of that line is where the sprinkler was, so the dew's knocked off the grass. But this side, that's all dew, and you can see the other side, top edge of my finger on. That's all dew out there. It's one thing you never, ever, ever want to do around this part of the country is walk out in the grass like this with just tennis shoes on, because your feet will be soaked all freaking day. But it's sitting here. Better not blow the hose off. I don't need a repeat of the other day, and it didn't take long for that freaking orb to get up there. So get the pump going, check it, and figure out what to do. I know what we got to do. Too much shit going on besides what we're trying to get done. I'll show you a part of what Ty did yesterday when I get back up to the barn. Once in a while, you just got to clean it out. Bad thing about summer, if they make a batch of feed and it doesn't get cooled down enough before it gets delivered, that's what happens. And the seam in this bin, well, there's silicone hanging over there in another loose spot, but that silicone goes all the way through. So there's like 2 inches wide that's actually sealed good. But this is what we get. Only happens about once every 2 or 3 years. Feed what we can, and the rest gets thrown in the manure pile. Go figure. She's got, I don't know, 100 gallons worth in a 300-gallon tank there, and she filled 3 100-gallon tanks yesterday of stuff that we can still use. But most of what's right here is going to go into the manure pile. Okay, try this again. I couldn't see my phone to tell if it was doing anything. That's as much as I can scrape. The rest is all with a pressure washer through this little hole. So loads of fun. But that's half an hour of scraping. She's got enough, right? Yeah. Hey, what's going by? I hear something. Oh, that's the guy who lives up above where the red barn is that we have. It's a decent looking truck. Sounds good too. Well, finally got over here. I remembered after I made it from the road, which is on the other side of the barn up there, to the corner over there by the tree, that I forgot to swing it for the little baler. So I didn't do a full swing because we changed the settings up front too, but I just swung the baskets around farther. All you gotta watch when you do that is if it's extra heavy stuff, you could have an issue. But the nice thing is, I'm wide enough at the outside so far. I didn't quite get that corner clean, but so far I'm getting the corners pretty good. And this stuff at the bottom, you know, these windrows here aren't too bad, but over there, yeah, they're tough enough on the bottom. It's not going to be today, so it'll be tomorrow. In fact, Mother Nature came through and beat up some of these. I expected that. But anyway, that's what we're doing. Going all the weed seeds in the air. Freaking weeds. Those weren't even finished flowering when I cut this, but once you cut them, they finish up. So, oh well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna bounce around here nice and easy for a little bit, then move about a quarter mile down the road to the next field. I gotta remember to put my pins back in the right place when I go down there though. Why? Because that's going in big bales. And this, I don't know if we're gonna put all of it in small bales or not. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out exactly how many we need and go from there. You know, I can change my mind later, but I gotta change it now if I'm going to. So anyway, I'll bring you back for something. See if I can make this corner. It's a nice thing. It'll back right up a little bit. Piss off the baler operator, but yeah, you know, it's because they can't make the corner unless you're doing crap like that. These rakes are actually easy to follow if you just drive normal and get what you can get. I gotta show you this. Obviously that goat has a thing about putting its head into woven wire, because they got a stick taped to its horns. The other one obviously can stick its head through and get back out. But that one apparently ain't that smart. I just finished up here. Thought I'd say that. I saw it when I was doing the corners. And I know I wasn't going to do the corners. And I left too much in that one over there. And I had to do these long ones anyway. Because comes to a point back there, and then there's just a little tip back there behind the fir tree. I did not do that corner there. And maybe I should have, but yeah, I didn't want to bunch it up too bad for her. So I'm going to change my pin setting and fold up and head to the next one.